Men, if you're actually getting divorced, never let your wife go clothing shopping for you alone. Especially at Men's Warehouse during clearance season in their Scottish Heritage collection. One of the women backstage said I looked like a pimp from Edinburgh. But that's not important. The reason I'm here is to tell you about my trip to my doctor 2 weeks ago for my annual. And they took all the blood work and they poked and prodded, and the doctor came back with his clipboard about an hour later. He said, John, you look like you're in good health. Your cholesterol's right where it ought to be. Your blood pressure's right in the middle. You could lose a few pounds perhaps, but overall you're in great shape. I think you're going to have a long, happy life. How do you keep in good shape? And I said, well, I play golf once, sometimes twice a week, and I try to play racquetball in the winter, tennis in the summer, chase my girlfriend around, and life's good. And he said, well, let me ask you a question. He said, how old was your dad when he died? I went, did I say Dad died? And he said, oh, you're 61 years old, you have a living father, that's wonderful. How old's your dad? I said, well, Dad's 82. He said, well, what kind of shape's he in? I said, well, he's the guy I play golf with every week and tennis, and he and Mom live on the other side of town. He still chases her around, he tells me, and life's good for him. And the doctor said, well, that's wonderful. He said, I think you're going to have a long, happy life. Let me ask you this, and how old was his father, your paternal grandfather, when he died? And I said, did I say Gramps died? And he said, holy Christ, how old's your grandfather? I said, well, Gramps is 103. He said, well, what kind of shape's he in? I said, well, he plays golf with Dad and me maybe once or twice a month, and he quit playing racquetball 3 or 4 years ago. But interestingly enough, a year ago, he got remarried at 102. The doctor thought about it for a second. He said, well, let me ask you this. Why would a guy 102 want to get remarried? And I said, did I say he wanted to get remarried?